Well, good afternoon and welcome. We're here today to celebrate the annual induction of students and a faculty member into the Rho Chi Honor Society. I'll start by introducing Dr. Rotz and myself, who serve as co-advisors for Rho Chi. Dr. Rotz is a clinical associate professor in the Department of Pharmacy Practice, and I am Dan Canny, associate professor of medicinal chemistry in the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences. And as I said, we are the faculty co-advisors for the Rho Chi Honor Society, and we'll be hosting the ceremony today with the help of student officers from the class of 2021. So we'd like to welcome students, family members, loved ones, as well as faculty members and staff to our celebration today. Thank you for attending this event to support these students and to recognize their academic accomplishments. Before we get started, I'd like to thank those who made this event possible. Katie Batista, the Assistant Dean of Marketing and Communications, Carla Moffitt, Assistant Director of Marketing, Haley Ashby in the Office of Student Services, Elmira Cutler, Administrative Assistant in the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and then the officers of the class of 2021 who will be helping with the ceremony today. And I'd like to introduce them now. The current officers, the president is Justina Tesoro, vice president is Abe Kasimoglu, secretary is Alexandra Langowska, and historian is Paul Poppy. So I'd like to start by giving a little background about Rho Chi. Rho Chi is the Academic Honor Society in Pharmacy. It's a member of the Association of College Honor Societies, and it was established in 1922 at the University of Michigan. Our Beta Lambda chapter was chartered in 1955. It was the 58th pharmacy school to be chartered with Rho Chi, to Rho Chi. All right, so how do the students become eligible? How do the people that will be inducting today become eligible for Rho Chi? The professional entry-level degree students must be full-time students enrolled in an ACPE accredited professional program, have completed no less than 1/2 of the required didactic coursework, and then rank in the top 20% of their class. Graduate memberships. The graduate students must be pursuing a Master of Science or a Doctor of Philosophy degree and majoring in an area of pharmaceutical study and be mentored by a faculty member at a School of Pharmacy. They will have completed no less than 1/2 of the required coursework for their degree and have maintained a cumulative GPA average of 3.5 or greater. Faculty membership. The faculty must be appointed at a School of Pharmacy. I'll be eligible to vote on faculty matters at that school, and then have a principal duty to instruct or perform research or administrative duties at a School of Pharmacy. So that's how these individuals became eligible for Rho Chi. The vision and mission statements, as described in the national bylaws, are as follows. The Society's vision is to achieve universal recognition of its members as lifelong intellectual leaders in pharmacy, and to instill a desire to pursue intellectual excellence and critical inquiry to advance the profession. The mission of this society is to encourage and recognize intellectual achievement, stimulate critical inquiry to advance pharmacy, contribute to the development of intellectual leaders, promote the highest ethical standards, and to foster collaboration. To give you some idea of some of the things that our past and current Rho Chi members have been involved in recent years. Each year they are involved in Pharmacy Week. Generally, they prepare a poster on a healthcare related topic and present it somewhere on campus or elsewhere. They attend the national meeting of Rho Chi, which is held in conjunction with the APHA meeting. In usual times, we actually have a student faculty volleyball game, which was not held this year for obvious reasons. We also organize a donor dash team. The donor dash is organized by to promote organ donor awareness, and we generally organize a team to participate. This year, again, we didn't, but we will in the coming years. And then Rho Chi tutoring, which is available to PY1 and 2 students who are having challenges with the curriculum. And then many of our Rho Chi students wind up doing research with faculty members in either one or the other of the departments. Graduate students also make important contributions to the school. They present their research at national and international meetings, publish their work in peer-reviewed journals. They're also involved in service to professional organizations. In fact, we have an active student chapter of the American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists here at the school. They are active, and they have quite frequently invited speakers from academia and from the pharmaceutical industry to give talks at the school. And of course, they also serve as teaching assistants in our laboratories and recitations, as well as serving as proctors for our numerous exams each semester. Faculty members, of course, they're busy with their teaching and also mentoring student pharmacists and graduate students, both in the classroom and in the lab or in their practice setting. And today we'll be hearing from one of those faculty members, Dr. Carlos Barrero. So we'd like to thank our current members for their hard work and accomplishments. And at this point, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the ceremony today and who will be involved in it. The induction ceremony will be performed by Dr. Rotz. You'll hear from me again a little bit at the end. So Dr. Rotz and the officers of the class of 2021 will be involved in the ceremony. And again, the president of the class of 2021 is Justina Tesoro, vice president, Abe Kasamoglu, secretary, Alexandra Legowska, and historian, Paul Poppy. Dr. Rotz will read the names of the inductees. Pictures and names of those individuals will be shown. And then Dr. Rotz and the officers will proceed with the induction ritual itself. Once the induction ceremony is complete, the officers of the class of 2022 will be installed. And then we will hear from our faculty inductee, Dr. Barrero, as well as the dean of the school and our senior associate dean at the end of the process. All right. So at this point, I'd like to turn things over to Dr. Rotz and to the officers of the class of 2021 for the ceremony.
Thank you, Dr. Canny. I appreciate that. So president and members of Rho Chi, the persons before you have proved themselves worthy of membership in the Rho Chi Society. I present them at this time to be initiated. So first, we will start with the Rho Chi class of 2022 PharmD candidate inductees. Tyler A. Cuff. David Adewunmi. Hawra Alabdulaziz. Jesus Arriaga. Maryia Astapenka. Michael Belperio. Matthew Blackburn. Julia Bold. Sarah Bruzek, excuse me. Mengnan Chen. Janelle Croissette. Jacob Drozd. Ahmed Elasmar, Liesel Groninger, Miranda Holt, Joanna Lamb, Raymond Lowe, Kevin Lee, Erika Mackey, Chandni Milani, Khue Gwen, Alicia Nordberg, Latifatu Ojo, Jordan Plummer, Kenneth Sanderson, Jennifer Schiff, Jessica Tran. Next, we will move on to the Rho Chi Class of 2020 PhD inductees. Fang Wang, Zeyuan Wang, Qiangnan Zhang. And finally, our Rho Chi honorary faculty inductee, Dr. Carlos Barrero. At this time, we will begin the induction ritual.
Candidates of Rho Chi, by your academic record and personal qualities, you have merited a place among us. As members, it will be entrusted to your ability and conscience to nurture the ideals and interests of our chapter and our national fellowship. Listen now to a resume of Rho Chi's history, for it reveals the intense feeling and high purpose of the men and women who brought it being an honorary society in pharmacy.
There have been Greek letter fraternal societies in pharmacy long before the establishment of an honor society in pharmacy. For years, plans have existed for that special kind of fraternal group, whose main purpose would be to stimulate scholarship and research, and whose membership would reflect the intellectual and human qualities necessary to breathe life into the society's aims. The efforts of many bore fruit on May 19th, 1922, when the first chapter of Rho Chi, instituted at the University of Michigan, was given national recognition. Sanctioned by the organization now called the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy, the society grew. Our very own Beta Lambda chapter was the 58th to be organized and to receive approval of all other member chapters. The high standards maintained by Rho Chi have resulted in the general recognition of membership as a distinction analogous to election to great honor societies in other fields of scholarship.
It is into this tradition and respected fellowship that we invite you. We have chosen with care, mindful of the responsibilities that will be yours, for soon in your hands will rest the welfare of this Beta Lambda chapter, which others have labored to establish and maintain.
Rho Chi offers you an opportunity and stimulus for greater service. Our membership confers distinction, but keep this well in mind. No distinction, no honor, no privilege comes to anyone without added responsibilities. Listen well to our mission and vision in order that you may better understand the high honor of membership and what is expected of a Rho Chi member.
The Rho Chi Society, Pharmacy's Academic Honor Society, encourages and recognizes excellence in intellectual achievement and fosters fellowship among its members. Further, the society encourages high standards of conduct and character and advocates critical inquiry in all aspects of pharmacy. The Rho Chi Society seeks to achieve universal recognition of its members as lifelong intellectual leaders in pharmacy. As a community of scholars, the society will instill the desire to pursue intellectual excellence and critical inquiry to advance the profession. Your actions should reflect pharmacy at its best and the high standards symbolized by your Rho Chi insignia.
The emblem of this society is the octagonal key bearing the Greek letters Rho Chi, combined to form the ancient and common symbol in pharmacy representing the use of medication in healthcare. The 8 sides of the key have evolved to represent the elements that form the foundation of our profession: chemistry, biology, physiology, pharmaceutics, pharmacology, the biomedical, social and administrative, and clinical sciences. Our colors are purple and white, the royal purple of the highest intellectual efforts and the white of truth and loyalty. Our purposes lie in the unswerving aim of our members to adhere to and promote the highest ideals in pharmacy, both scientific and cultural.
And now, with full knowledge of the purpose and aims of Rho Chi, are you willing to join the society, to support the society, and to work with the society to the best of your ability? If so, signify by saying, I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
As officers of the Rho Chi Society, we warmly welcome you into our fellowship.
Lastly, we'd like to install the new officers of the class of 2022. We now ask the newly elected officers of the Beta Lambda chapter to stand to receive their oath of office.
These are the officers who will hold office until spring 2021, newly elected officers of the class of 2022. President Jesus Arriaga, Vice President Michael Belperio, Secretary Jordan Plummer, Historian Latifatu M. As newly elected officers of the Beta Lambda chapter of the Rho Chi Pharmacy Honor Society for the forthcoming academic year, do you pledge to uphold the bylaws of the Rho Chi Society and to attempt to the best of your abilities the assigned duties of the respected offices to which you have been elected? If so, signify by saying, I do. Jesus,
I do.
Michael,
I do.
Jordan,
I do.
Latifatu.
I do.
As current president of the Rho Chi Society, I accept your affirmation and extend to you my best regards in the coming year.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's appropriate to offer congratulations to our initiates and newly elected officers. And I will now hand it off to Dr. Canny to introduce our honorary faculty inductee.
Right. Well, thank you, Melissa, and congratulations to our newest Rho Chi members. At this time, we'll have a few words from our faculty inductee, followed by our dean and senior associate dean. So our faculty inductee today, Dr. Barrero, is an assistant professor in the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences. He coordinates the immunology course for our student pharmacists and is also involved in the education and training of master's and PhD levels graduate students. Dr. Barrero is an excellent teacher and an excellent scientist, and we are proud to have him as the newest faculty member of the Beta Lambda chapter of the Rho Chi Society. Dr. Barrero.
Thank you, Dan, and congratulations to all the new members of the Rho Chi Pharmacy Honor Society. I'm very happy to be here, and I am honored to be part of this distinguished society. I want to give just a little impression to me. It made me really happy to see many of or all of my students that are now becoming part of this society, since they were my first groups when I arrived here at the School of Pharmacy as an immunology professor. I have experienced like over 25 years in immunology and over 20 years in research. And I noticed that you have to have passion of what you do and to make things well done. And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I see in all the members that are present here in both sides, the PharmD and the PhD, that you are becoming like new members of the society that have an excellence in what you do and a passion and love for the human, for health science and for community. And this is what is required, especially during these times that the whole world needed to be together to overcome difficulties. I have wisdom, the levels of standards that all you need to reach in order to be part of this society. And I am very proud of all of you that we are sharing the honor of being part of this society. Thank you, and thank you for having me invited to be part of the society. It's a real pleasure, and I just wish the best for the professional life and in your life. I know many of you have already several difficulties in addition to families and different obligations that you need to meet in top of the academic part. That is just one of them, and this gives it even more meritorious the achievement that you have gained today. Then it's my pleasure. I am happy to be here, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Barrero, and welcome to Rho Chi. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Dean of the School of Pharmacy, Dr. Jay Panyam. Dean Panyam came to us back in November of 2019 from the University of Minnesota, where he was the head of the Department of Pharmaceutics. Dr. Panyam has a long history of teaching and performing research in the pharmaceutical sciences, and currently is focused on investigating mechanisms of nanotechnology-based anti-cancer drug delivery. Dr. Panyam?
Thank you, Dan, and good afternoon, everyone. Special thank you to both Dan and Drs. Dan Canny and Melissa Ratz for this opportunity to participate in this tradition. Temple has more than 440 Rho Chi alumni on record, and this is a great achievement. And these 400 plus alumni are amongst the highest caliber of pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists that you can find in the country. The school is very privileged to continue contributing to healthcare in this most meaningful way, as we've done for the past 65 years. My congratulations to the PharmD and PhD inductees, and also to Dr. Barrero on this great honor. We are proud of all you've achieved so far, and I'm sure you'll continue to represent Temple through your work for years to come. Please know that we are always here for you as collaborators and advocates. We look forward to supporting your efforts to advance both the field of pharmacy practice and pharmaceutical sciences. Now, I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Aina Caligaro, our Senior Associate Dean for Professional Programs.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me? Dan,
Yes.
yes. Okay,
Yes.
great. Great. It looks muted on my computer. First, I want to congratulate all of the inductees. You all are very deserving, and to be inducted into the Rho Chi Society at Temple University is really an honor, because the students who came before you, the leaders that came before you, set a very high standard. And looking at those of you who've just been inducted, I know you will continue that tradition here at Temple and even bring us to higher levels in the future. I always say this at the Rho Chi Induction Ceremony, because it kind of embodies what I see, what all of you do. And that is the inscription you see on a lot of buildings, educational buildings, which is enter to learn and leave to serve. And I see the members of Rho Chi Society as doing that while they're here. While you're learning and struggling and balancing all the things that go on in your lives, you're also sharing your time to tutor students that need your help. And I can't tell you how important that service is. And it's one thing to be able to accumulate knowledge. It's another thing to be able to share it with others. So as you move forward, you're going to share it with your patients, and you're going to educate them and make their lives better. You're beginning to do that now as you do IPPEs and when you begin to do APPEs next year for those of you going into the 4th year. But for all of you who participate in tutoring students at the school, I can't tell you how much that means to me because you're helping other colleagues. And Dr. Barrera mentioned that at these times more than any other, we need to come together. We need to be kind to each other. We need to help each other. And that's what Rho Chi is doing. In closing, I want to thank the officers of Rho Chi for all that you have done in the past year and what I know you will do in the future. And I look forward to working with the new officers as well as the members of Rho Chi. Congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to speak to you today.
Thank you, Dr. Caligaro. Lastly, I just have a couple of words I want to share with you. Firstly, I just want to congratulate all of the inductees. As a Rho Chi advisor over a number of years, it's always a pleasure and an honor to congratulate the new members and then watch what they do. They go out and do these amazing things after they graduate. And I'm sure you'll continue that in the future as well. Being involved in Rho Chi over the past 20 plus years has really been one of the highlights of my career. I really have enjoyed getting to know the officers and the other members, and again, watching them go out and do all the great things that they do. And I would like to take this time to personally thank each and every one of you for your hard work and for your dedication and for making my job as an educator so rewarding. Students like you really do make this job as rewarding as it is. So thank you for that. Finally, I'd like to remind you what Dr. Rotz said during the initiation ceremony. No distinction, no honor, no privilege comes without added responsibilities. So we encourage you to go out and get involved and help to shape the future of your profession. And once again, congratulations and best wishes for a bright and rewarding future. And thank all of the individuals who are here today, who are joining us today to support these dedicated students and to celebrate their accomplishments. So thank you for being here, and we appreciate it. Take care of yourself. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, Don.